In the book, Brain on Fire, young New Yorker journalist Susanna Cahalan recounts her search for a diagnosis of her terrifying symptoms, including behavioral changes, confusion, and hallucinations, which intensified over time. Finally, she was diagnosed with autoimmune encephalitis, which marked the beginning of her recovery. Before continuing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Your support is essential to continue sharing valuable content. Now, let's explore more about this fascinating disease that affects the brain and immune system. For a long time, the psychiatric and immune environments were separated, but current research questions this division. In some patients, psychotic symptoms do not come from primary disorders, but from an attack of the immune system to the nervous system. This is the case of autoimmune encephalitis. Susanna suffered specifically from antibody encephalitis against the NMDA receptor, one of the most common forms of the disease. This receptor is key to communication between neurons, and its damage can cause a loss of neuronal coordination. This affects the plasticity of synaptic connections. The attack of the immune system reduces the activity of a component of the NMDA receptor called NR1. This leads to a decrease in glutamate, the main excitatory neurotransmitter of the brain, affecting neuronal communication, learning, and memory. This alteration is similar to what is observed in psychosis. Autoimmune encephalitis was first described in 2007 by neurologist Joseph Dalmau. The first cases involved women with ovarian teratomas who had psychiatric and neurological symptoms. Today, it is estimated that up to 77% of patients with anti-NMDAR antibodies are initially evaluated in psychiatry. The disease mostly affects people under 45 years of age, especially women. Initial symptoms may look like a common infection, such as fever and headache. However, in the next phase, behavior changes become more dramatic and may include delusions and hallucinations. As the disease progresses, neurological symptoms such as seizures and deep drowsiness become evident. These signs suggest brain inflammation and may lead to patients being misdiagnosed as psychiatric patients. Therefore, a comprehensive clinical study is crucial. Not all psychosis is autoimmune, and magnetic resonance imaging sometimes shows no abnormalities. Therefore, a normal result does not rule out a diagnosis. The most useful test is the analysis of cerebrospinal fluid, which can detect anti-NMDAR antibodies and signs of inflammation. It is important to recognize alarm signals, as it is estimated that many people diagnosed with psychiatric disorders may have treatable immune causes. Anti-NMDA encephalitis, although rare, may be significant within large groups such as schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. If a psychosis appears abruptly, it is vital to evaluate the possibility of brain inflammation. This includes observing symptoms such as seizures, fever, and abnormal movements. It is not a question of medicating any emotional crisis, but of identifying warning signs in a treatable disease.